Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's Chris and Gia here from chrisandgia.com. Back again with you with another very exciting episode today, all right? So, hey, welcome. So, what are we talking about today? We're talking about how to market and sell anything to anyone like my boy, Mr. Popper. If you are coming at me on YouTube, well, definitely leave a comment on your favorite part of this video. Definitely like the video, all right? So, getting right down into it, all right? How to market and sell anything like Mr. Popper, all right? So, what's funny is that after having kids, I think my favorite part about having kids has been the opportunity to watch a lot of movies, especially Disney movies that I probably would have never entertained as an adult now. But man, I love these Disney movies. I really do. And the other day, I caught this movie called Mr. Popper's Penguins. And I don't know if you've ever seen it or ever heard it, all right? But it's a movie that came out back in 2011, right? And it was with Jim Carey. And the whole idea is that he's a real estate developer and he's very successful, very good at what he does, right? And he's into his work, into his craft, and then because of it, he kind of isolates his children, his ex-wife, and then his late father sends him some penguins, and his interaction, their relationship with these penguins grows to the point where he starts to appreciate the true things in life, and he appreciates his kids more and his wife or his ex-wife, and he starts to change his whole perspective on life, and he becomes a better person overall. So it's a classic Disney movie, right? But man, I caught something in the beginning of the movie that I thought was so amazing, right? So let me explain. He's a marketing and selling genius, right? How is he doing this, right? So he's a real estate developer, well known, very good at what he does, right? He can get anyone to buy or sell real estate anywhere in Manhattan. That's his thing. He's very good at it, right? And I was watching the portion of it where, his bosses are telling him, hey, if you want to be seated here with us in the trusted, I think, where you're like you're a partner, right? So he's sharing all the profits and all that. And he's like, we know you want this partner seat. Jim Carey is playing the character, Mr. Popper. He was like, but before you do, you got to do one more thing. You got to get this guy to sell his property over there in a certain part of New York, right? And you think you can do it? And he was like, is my name Mr. Popper, right? So he goes in there and he's got his assistant, and he's gonna get this guy to sell this property, this multi-million-dollar property. He goes in there, and the guy is like, you know what, Mr. Popper, after reviewing the deal and the whole transaction, I feel like it's probably not a good idea for me to sell right now. I'm sorry. And what does Mr. Popper do? He's like, does he start screaming, man, you gotta make this sell, you need this, you gotta make this, you gotta do this, right? Right? No, he doesn't do that. This is a master salesman at work. So observe, okay? What does he do? He's like, okay, no problem. I get it. That's all good, no problem. What he starts doing? He starts looking around the guy's office and sees a picture of the guy in a ship. So he has a ship in the water. And he starts to, Mr. Popper says, hey, I see you got a picture of your ship, of your boat here. Are you a boat? You sell your boats? Me and my dad, we used to be, we used to sail. We used to be in boats. We used to, be on the waters and seas. Is that what you do? He was like, yeah, man, I love it. The waters is my thing. I wish I could be out there, sailing the seas, but, got work. Mr. Popper observes that. Here's what he starts to do, right? Here's the magic, folks. If you have heard the term facts tell and stories sell, man, the truth is in the master salesman understands that. Stories. So what does he do? Mr. Popper begins to paint a picture for this guy of what his life would be like if he was out there on sea. I mean, he does a great job of it. It was so good. I was washing dishes when I was watching this, and I was like, oh my God. This is sales 101. This is marketing 101. Vision, casting vision. I had to drop it to watch it. I was like, is this a Disney movie? Right? And what does he do? He's casting this vision. He was like telling him the story. He was like, hey, I mean, I used to love being with my dad. He used to tell me his stories of when he used to be out on the waters, right? He was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah. And he told me this one story when he was out in the waters and the seas and it was looking calm and he was going after this fish. And all of a sudden, right, the wind started blowing and gushing. He could feel the wind, the water squashing, crashing around him. And he starts seeing the sprinkles of the waters and it's just splashing in his face. And what does he do? He starts to recreate this entire scene with the guy right there. He's like right there in his face, creating this vision, this picture for him, right? Of the waters and the wind and the storms and the rains and the boat crashing and trying to keep the boat and keep the boat together. And he even had Mr. Popper even has his assistant like wave paper around to try to simulate the whole vision, the whole experience, right? He's putting him in the experience. And he was like, oh man, and he was about to crash into the waters and there was this huge wave that came. And what did he do? And the guy's like, what did he do? What did he do? Well, he made this quick turn and he splashed right through the waves. And as the waves crashed, it was over and it was all settled. You could see the stars, see the sky and the rainbow. And it was just awesome, just an amazing experience. And he was like, well, it's too bad. You know, you could have that. Oh, well. And he leaves him in that vision. Mr. Popper leaves him in that vision. And the guy was like, well, you know what? Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? I think we could probably work something out. Let's figure out what we can do with this deal. He gets the deal closed. What happened? What did he do? What did he do? He put the guy in a vision. He found out what it was that he wanted, right? All he wanted was to sail the seas. That's what this guy really wanted. That was his dream. Once Mr. Popper found that, he painted this vision, this picture of how his life could be if he was in that dream, if he was doing that thing that he loved the most. He made him see it. He made him feel it by telling that story. And so he could have sold him anything at that point, right? Anything. That's how it works. That's how you sell anything to anyone because you find out what they want. And if you can match what you have with what they want to help them get to what they want, people will do anything for it because that's all we really want. We want to live our dreams. We want to feel important. We want to be fulfilled. That was the guy's dream. How powerful is that? And I was like, wait a minute, am I watching this on a Disney movie? I had to remind myself this was a Disney movie because it was genius. It was genius. And if you think about it, isn't that what we do as network marketers? Isn't that what we do? All we do is paint visions, paint a picture for our prospect, for the person we talk to, helping them see their life in a better way. Because maybe they have abandoned their dream. Maybe they have given up hope on the fact that they could live the lifestyle, the dream that they want. Whatever that dream may be, with being with your children, being free from work, traveling the world, being debt-free, whatever the case may be, just painting that picture as a possibility that it can happen. It doesn't really matter that it's network marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever it is. The whole aspect is that you're painting a picture that helps them see what they want and lets them see it and feel it by painting that vision, telling that story, and then what you offer is just an avenue for them to get to that. Isn't that all we do? That's all we do. We tell stories. This only works if you do one thing. There's one thing that must be done prior to telling the story, setting the vision, painting the picture. One thing must be done. And they actually showed it. So in the movie, later on, after he makes that sell, actually they tell him to become a partner. He made that sell, but to become really the partner, he's got to do one more move. He has to get this lady, as I forget her name, but it's the lady that used to play on Murder, She Wrote. Was it Murder, She Wrote? I think so, right? And she's an older lady. And he has to get her to sell her lodge, right? It has prime real estate position in New York. He goes there getting ready to make the same move because his whole move is to tell stories, paint the picture, and put that person in the vision, and he can make the sale. He goes to begin to do that with her as he sits down with her, and she completely rejects him. Says, I'm not buying it. I'm not going to sell to you because I don't believe that you are the person that's going to take care of his lives the way I want to. What happened? She completely deflected his whole vision casting move. Why? He hadn't built rapport. You see, she still saw him as a slick, slimy salesman, right? And so no matter what he said, he was not going to get the sale from her because she didn't trust him. She didn't see him as valuable. So it didn't matter that he was trying to cast a vision. That was fruitless. So it's just the same way in your prospecting, in your recruiting for your business. Building rapport is absolutely critical. You have to connect with your prospect. You have to find something in common. They have to feel like you're just like them, going through the same struggles, and then you're just one step ahead and could potentially help them. They have to feel like you're a resource that's valuable, that you're going to help them, that you're going to guide them, that you're trustworthy. If they don't feel that, there's no rapport built there, you can't possibly cast a vision and the picture for them of what their life could be. It'll be completely rejected. So that's how you can sell pretty much anything to anyone, like Mr. Popper and his penguins, right? By telling stories, casting the vision, finding out what it is that they want, and putting them in that place where they can see it and feel it. But don't forget to build rapport at the same time. All right. So hope that was valuable. Hope that was helpful. All right. If you did find it, hey, definitely give this video a like. If you're on Facebook, definitely leave a comment, leave your thoughts. All right. If you're on YouTube, definitely subscribe to the channel. All right. And oh, by the way, if you want to learn a little bit more about how to tell stories, how to market like a professional, right, and help people see that vision, then hey, if you're on Facebook, drop a comment. All right. Dream. Right. And I'll reach out to you personally and we can have that conversation. If you're on YouTube, then hey, definitely click the link below. It's going to take you to the next page where you're going to learn exactly how I was able to do the exact same thing, how this overworked pharmacist was able to finally generate 16 leads, make a sign up, and actually make $56.50 in the business by utilizing this one secret strategy. All right. So click that link below and I'll take you to the next page. Put your email address in it and you get that information will be revealed to you. All right. So that's it, my friends. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been helpful. This nugget's been good for you. And so, till next time, to the next exciting episode, I'll be seeing you. Bye now.